What's up guys, Ruxon34 back here with another video, and in today's video it's going to be a discussion. But before we start, I want to remind you guys to like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell because that really helps out the channel, and you guys have been doing it and it's been awesome. And let's get into the giveaway for this video. So for this giveaway, we're doing a Birthright. This lighting might be kind of weird from here. Birthright from Strike of Neos, first edition, super rare. We've got a Destiny Hero Double Dude from Power of the Duelist, super rare. Then we have an ultra rare Desert Twister from Tactical Evolution. So if we hit 75 likes on this video, we're giving away these 3 cards to one random commenter. So make sure you guys comment for a chance to win those. And of course, I want to remind you guys to check out my TCG Player affiliate link as well as my eBay link. When you buy something through that, it supports the channel. It does not have to be from me. It can be from anyone on both of those links. So thank you guys for doing that. And let's get into the discussion. The discussion for today's video is going to be hobby versus retail boxes. Why should you care? So hobby and retail, if you've not heard of it, is a way to describe a certain booster box with a code. The code on the back of the booster box is going to tell you if it's hobby or retail. Hobby boxes were given to hobby stores. So like your local card shop had Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon, and they sent them booster boxes to sell. They're going to be hobby boxes. While your retail stores like Walmart, Target, all that stuff got retail boxes. What are the difference between these two boxes, and should you even care? The answer is yes. So I know that doesn't make any sense. Yes, you should care, because if you're interested in old school or GX boxes, I'll tell you exactly what boxes and what the differences are. Then yes, you should care about the code. The code is, I want to make sure that you guys get the right code, because there has been a mistake before. If you're looking for let's see if I can get this in the right spot. This is the code right here. I'm on the right side. No, I'm mirrored. Okay, 103697. That is the code you're looking at. It's not the ISBN. It's not the EAN or whatever that is. It's this 6-digit code right there. That is for GX boxes is going to tell you if it's a hobby or a retail. Now, how do you know what a hobby or retail is? You basically have to find the code. They are not necessarily available, but I can tell you right there, that was a Shadows Infinity box, the box that we opened on the channel, and it was a retail box. So I believe the hobby code for a Shadows Infinity is the same code, except it ends in 1 instead of 7, and the hobby always are lower numbers. So the 1 obviously is lower than a 7, so the lower numbers are going to be the hobby, but you can't just know it's lower without knowing what the other code is. So what is the difference between these two boxes? Hobby boxes in the original series, such as LOB, MRD, MRL, PSV, LOD, all the way through the final set, Ancient Sanctuary. I'm trying to make sure I get this all right. There's 11 sets, and they have hobby and retail as well, which is not as talked about as the GX hobby and retail, but hobby LOB versus hobby or retail LOB, I can't tell you exactly, but I know that the main difference between hobby and retail and OG is the secret rare. So I'm not exactly sure which one is hobby versus retail and LOB, but I do know in cases like Pharaoh's Servant, hobby Jinzo was in the hobby box versus the retail box had Imperial Order. So as you see, that's kind of a big deal. Like Jinzo is a $1,000+ PSA 10. Imperial Order is a $200 PSA 10. So kind of important if you're looking to open a box that you know if it's hobby or retail. Now for the original series, there's an easy cheat to know what about 8 out of the 11 sets if they are hobby or retail, because they come in 24 versus 36 pack boxes. So they actually changed up how the box is. This isn't the case in GX. In GX, a lot of the boxes are the same 24 packs, but for the original series, Magic Ruler, Pharaoh's Servant, Legacy of Darkness, Labyrinth of Nightmare, Pharaonic Guardian, Dark Crisis, Magician's Force, all came in 24 and 36 pack boxes. So there was a 24 pack Magic Ruler box and a 36 pack. The 24 was the hobby box, and it came with the Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. The 36 pack was the Serpent Night Dragon retail box. So it was easy to know. It's easy to know now if you have a 36 pack box, you have the retail box, and you can find out what the retail secrets are very easily. So that's very easy, very simple, and it does make a bit of a price difference in the original series, but not as much as in GX. The LOB, MRD, Invasion of Chaos and Ancient Sanctuary. So I guess there was 7 of the sets had 24 and 36. Those 4 sets only had 24 packs. So they did not have Hobby versus Retail 24 and 36, but they did have a different code. So you'll have to search for that code to figure out which one is which. However, in GX, it's a big difference. It's a huge difference. It's not just the Secret Rare, because in the old school boxes, you could pull every other card. You could pull the same Ultras, same Supers, same Commons, same Rares, all that stuff, except for the Secret. You could pull a different Secret. In the GX boxes, it was a huge difference because it depends on what Ultimates you can get. So Ultimate Rares are the thing in GX. From the beginning of GX, which most people consider to be Soul of the Duelist, even though it has Yugi on the front, it's kind of a weird GX set, but this is when Ultimate Rare started, so people started calling this GX. So Soul of the Duelist through Force of the Breaker, all of those sets had the split of retail and hobby, and the retail hobby code told you what Ultimate Rares you're going to pull. So basically in a hobby box in GX, you're gonna get 2 Ultimate Rares per box most of the time, unless you have a really bad box or a insane box that got lucky. The hobby box is gonna give you 2 Ultimate Rares that are also printed in Super Rare or Ultra Rare. So you could get in Cybernetic Revolution, you could get a Cyber Dragon or a Cyber End Dragon in Ultimate Rare in a hobby box. However, in the retail box, you're only going to pull rare Ultimates. So in Cybernetic Revolution, I believe Bubble Man is a rare. So Bubble Man could be an Ultimate Rare, while you could never pull a Cyber End Dragon or a Cyber Dragon out of a retail box. So as you can see, that's kind of a huge difference. If you can't pull the Cyber End Dragon or the Cyber Dragon in Ultimate Rare, then the booster box is just not as valuable, because those are the cards you want in Ultimate Rare. Because in Ultra Rare of that card is it's not a good card. It's not a collectible card, as collectible of a card, because it's the second rarity. It's like low rarity, and nobody's really collecting low rarity. Some people are collecting those because they're a lot cheaper. They're like $10 compared with $500, so it kind of makes sense to collect them. But it makes the sealed product worth less. So using Cybernetic Revolution as an example, the booster boxes of retail Cybernetic Revolution, when people know that they're retail, they go for about $300 to $350. However, a Cybernetic Revolution booster box and hobby goes for almost $1,000. So that's a massive 3 times as much for the hobby box. So in the old original series, there was a difference, but the prices really didn't vary as much. The retail boxes were worse. However, the retail boxes had extra packs, so that might be some of the reason the boxes are similar. But the retail and hobby in GX, there's a huge, massive difference, because you can't pull like most of the good cards in hobby boxes. So it's very important that you figure out, when you're buying a hobby box, old school and GX, what the code is, what the deal is. So let's figure that out. Also, when it comes to, that was speaking of when you're buying it, you need to know that. Then there's also these weird phenomenons called sneak peek packs. Sneak peek packs are, they're a very strange pack, because a lot of times people will say that these sneak peek packs can pull any Ultimate. They can pull rares, they can pull supers, they can pull ultras. From my experience in the last 2 years, I have never seen a hobby pull from a sneak peek pack. So I've seen a lot of sneak peek packs open. I've never seen an Ultimate Rare that was a super or an ultra originally pulled. I've only seen rares, and I've opened a bunch of the packs myself, and I've pulled like 10 rare ultis. So for me, that the ratios just aren't working out for there to be for that to even be a possibility. So I don't think that sneak peek packs can actually pull rares or super rares and ultra rares as ultis. I think it's only rares. So be very careful when you're buying those. That's another reason. If they could actually do that, they wouldn't cost $1 and $2. Those Lost Millennium and Power of the Duelist and Cyberdark Impact packs that are like going for $1 or $2 in bulk, if they could pull those big cards in, they probably wouldn't be that cheap. So be really careful when you're buying sneak peek packs, because it's a little sketchy. Finally, there's a third code. There's third codes that you can find on booster boxes that are not hobby or retail, and this is still a mystery to me. I think that those are maybe like Euro print boxes or something like that. at some point somebody said sneak peek boxes, but sneak peek boxes just come in big cardboard boxes, just these big things, and they hold like I think 1,000 packs. It's like something crazy. There's like other booster boxes that are 24 packs with different, they have different codes on them, so it's not hobby or retail. And I have seen that sometimes you can pull any sort of hobby or retail pack. So I saw somebody, I think it was YGO Old School, pulled maybe an ultra rare as an ulti and a rare as an ulti or something like that, and it was out of one of those weirdly coded boxes. So I think it might be Euro. Oh, I know the Euro boxes are a lot different because in like Cybernetic Revolution, the unlimited versions, I think they have like a different, they have like all there. It's like where their unlimiteds can pull all of them or something. It gets crazy, but I'm discussing only the North American boxes because the Euros, I'm not totally sure myself. I don't have a lot of experience with those boxes, but the North American boxes, the retail and the hobby are split. So if you notice, I said GX and I said through Force of the Breaker because that is not the end of GX. There's more sets after that. And also there was a weird thing where Strike of Neos, according to the wiki, came out before Force of the Breaker, and it actually has secret rares in it. And secret rares I thought came after, the ultimate split. So I'm not exactly sure, that could be wrong, but it says Strike of Neos is the second to last set with the ultis, and then it's Force of the Breaker. So that could be mixed up, or maybe they actually just like went back for one set. I don't know. But Strike of Neos, Phantom Darkness, Light of Destruction, all those sets, Tactical Evolution, they have secret rares in them, and they are not split up by codes. They have no separate codes. There's no retail versus hobby. There's a ding, a nice ding in the movie. I just called it a movie. But those have secret rares, and they have all the same codes. So once you get to those sets, you don't have to worry about what code you're looking at. You're basically looking at the first sets of GX. Those are split up, while the later sets of GX are not, and the early original series are all split up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. Let me know if you guys know anything about some of that stuff I was unsure about, like the Euro boxes. I know a lot of you guys buy a lot of those Euro boxes and stuff like that, so you may know. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Oh, yes!